For the first time, we are about to show you exactly how a good person goes from being smart to breaking their own values in under 3 minutes. It all begins with the buildup of uncomfortable emotions, anxiety, sadness, frustration, hopelessness, or even boredom. These emotions cause a significant shift in your brain. The energy needed for reasoning and values-based decisions drains away from your frontal lobe, which governs your values and conscious decision-making, and shifts to the midbrain, the center for survival instincts. As these emotions grow stronger, chemicals start to accumulate in your brain, mimicking the effects of drugs or alcohol. This is why we describe it as feeling stoned. Your brain begins to lose its ability to function correctly, just like when someone is under the influence of a substance. By the time you notice a tempting thought that contradicts your values, your willpower is already weakened, the frontal lobe is asleep, and the midbrain is in control, acting on impulse rather than reason. This process is captured by the chemical scale, which ranges from 0 to 10, a visual representation of how your brain chemistry deteriorates as you move away from your values. At level 0, you're at your best. This is the awesomeness stage, where you feel in control, motivated, and fully aligned with your values. Your brain is functioning optimally and you are ready to take on anything. At level 1, things start to shift subtly. You are a little off, not quite in the mood to do good. The sensation of laziness begins to creep in, making it harder to stay motivated. You might not even notice it, but your brain chemistry is already changing. Level 2 is the feeling stage. Here, negative emotions like anxiety, depression, or frustration start to take hold. Satan uses these emotions to knock you off balance, pushing you further away from your values. Your brain energy continues to drain, moving from the higher thinking areas to the survival brain, making it easier to give in to temptation. At level 3, you encounter the dude moment. This is the first time you notice a thought encouraging you to do something inappropriate, like dude, your parents aren't home, or dude, it's been a while. But at this point, the chemicals in your brain have already built up significantly, making it harder to resist. Level 4 brings you the irrational conversation. You recognize where you're headed, and there's a back and forth dialogue in your mind. You probably should stop. Yeah, I know, I will, in a minute. It's a familiar conversation for anyone battling temptation, but it's also a sign that you're spiraling deeper into chemical influence. At level 5, you reach the I give up moment. This is where you stop fighting the temptation altogether. Your ability to hold on to your values is exhausted. This stage can be a conscious decision, but more often it's a lack of decision. You just let go and let the chemicals take over. Levels 6 to 9 mark the fall. The spiral continues and you're moving closer to a complete crash. There's not much you can do here but recognize that you're losing control, slipping further away from your values. Finally, at level 10, you crash. This is where you've lost the battle, doing something that directly contradicts your values. The chemicals have fully taken over and you are left dealing with the aftermath, wondering how you ended up here. This isn't just about pornography or substance abuse. It's about the small, everyday slips that chip away at your self-worth and keep you from being who you want to be. Whether it's snapping at your kids, breaking your diet, or falling into more serious behaviors, these levels show how a person can slowly drift away from their core beliefs. But there's hope. By understanding the chemical scale and recognizing these warning signs, you can learn to fight back. You can reclaim your power to stay true to your values, living at level 0 as much as possible, where you're in control and aligned with your highest self. Want to learn more? Visit LikeDragonsFree.com to get your free copy of Like Dragons Did They Fight. Discover how to stay grounded in your values and avoid the subtle yet powerful traps that can lead you away from them.